I'm Michael Knorr, and this is Architecture Minute. Today's episode is about Shibui, a Japanese aesthetic concept that is difficult to describe in just a few words. It is a quality that incorporates many subtle, subjective, and indistinct levels of meaning. We can circle around the definition of Shibui, but it can be elusive. The viewer must search beneath the metaphors, just as we do in real life when encountering Shibui in art and architecture. Shibui can exist in any art form, but especially in crafts like printmaking and ceramics. Shibui in architecture is strongly of the natural world, combining simplicity of form with complexity of texture. In Japan, I encountered two particular places imbued with the quality of Shibui that I would like to share with you. In Kyoto, I participated in a traditional tea ceremony at the home of Mr. Mirai Shigemori, one of Japan's most revered landscape architects. His son, assistant to the Grand Master of Tea, prepared and served tea for our group. The subtle quality of Shibui in this space is not due to any one thing. It comes from the connection between man-made and natural. This is reflected in the tea ceremony itself. It is proper to appreciate and reflect on the artistry contained in the tea bowls, and artistic items in the room. This would include the tea house itself. Architecturally, the juxtaposition of tea house and gardens present forms that are complex but not gaudy. Spaces are strictly ordered by the module of tatami, but liberated by natural textures in wood, bamboo, and shoji screens. The tea house is also a frame for the natural but controlled landscape of Mr. Shigemori's gardens. The tea ceremony slows time to allow for appreciation of life. Shibui reminds us of the existence of the beautiful alongside the imperfect. The second example is the home and studio of Kawaii Kanjiro, Japan's most famous ceramic artist. The house, also in Kyoto, is open to the public as a museum. Kenjiro's pottery, on display throughout, clearly exemplifies the idea of Shibui. Subtle, asymmetric, muted. What first struck me about the home is how familiar it seemed. It was like being in an early Frank Lloyd Wright house. Horizontal lines, earth tones, natural materials, windows and doors unified with a band of dark wood. But of course, the influence went the other way. It is well known that Wright was inspired by Japanese architecture. We see here the source. I wonder if there is any record of Wright having visited Kawaii Kanjiro in Japan. Wright spent a lot of time in Japan when building the Imperial Hotel, and the two men were contemporaries. But the point here is to look for the subtle traces of Shibui demonstrated in this space.